The Cleen Foundation has raised concerns over the potential for violence across the nation during the general elections. The executive director of the foundation, Gad Peter, made this known during an event to assess the security threats to the general elections in Abuja. Peter says the frequent attacks on security facilities and INEC offices nationwide is disturbing and called on state government to desist from misusing state resources to campaign for certain candidates. He also called on INEC to remain neutral in the discharge of its duties and prepare for eventualities to ensure a successful conduct of the elections.
The frequent serious attack on security agencies, installation, and infrastructure in recent months are highly worrisome and condemnable. The pattern of recent attack on security facilities and INEC infrastructure is suggestive that they are facilitated by criminals who are bent on pushing the country off the cliff. The law enforcement agencies need to take measures to prevent further attack, to boost the confidence of the voters before, during, and after the general election. It is important to note that, as recorded by INEC, the recent voter registration has recorded the largest number of voters registered in the history of our elections, and we are afraid that the resources may be wasted if the criminal attack, threats, and intimidation through violence and hate speeches which could lead to voter appetite is allowed to continue. Cleen Foundation is worried about the unhealthy and divisive verbal attack, hate speeches, and criminal attacks on police, INEC offices, which, if not fairly addressed, may pose serious challenge to the election, peaceful coexistence, and the unity of our beloved nation. Nigeria is experiencing challenges of insecurity, poverty, homelessness, joblessness, and some may even say hopelessness. Ordinary political conversation and electoral campaign should focus on the solution to these challenges. In this current year that we find ourselves, there are certain places in this country where people cannot freely go. Some because of nature, some because of man-made. And so when you go to areas, locations like Anambra East and West, these are terrains and riverine locations that we may have challenges accessing. And of course, you know about the creeks and other places. And if you go deep north, we have border communities, and we have communities under the influence of bandits in northern Nigeria that we are worried as an organization and as a people that either electoral materials may not get there, they may be hijacked, or the people may not be allowed to vote freely. The federal and state government should provide a level playing ground to all political parties and contestants by ensuring that state resources are not deployed in ways and manner that provide undue advantage to a particular candidate or candidates. The federal and state government should provide favorable environment for the media, the civil society, and election observers to perform their duties without fear or favor during the election. And they should demonstrate independence and impartiality in all phases of the election by ensuring that the technology-driven electoral device such as the Viva and of course the election result viewing portal are adequately deployed to enhance the credibility of the electoral process. We need to ensure adequate measures are put in place to avoid logistical issues that will undermine the credibility of the election. To this end, sensitive material must be properly deployed and protected from unauthorized access. There should be collaboration with stakeholders to make special arrangements to deploy materials to hard-to-reach areas with difficult topography. And at this point, we want to appeal to the National Union of Road Transport Workers to ensure that they are impartial, to ensure that those materials that will be entrusted into their hands are delivered, not only delivered, but delivered in a timely manner to prevent any accusation and counter-accusation, and to prevent such action from overheating the politics. Involve a robust strategic communication posture to counter violent incentives and narratives. They should ensure to be professional and transparent in their engagement with all stakeholders during the election. Security agencies should provide equal protection and level playing ground to all contestants and voters alike to ensure that no one is unduly harassed, suppressed. Names of security personnel deployed for election duty should be visibly displayed on their uniform so that people will be able to relate and feel free with them and know that they are real. The political parties and their candidates should not just sign and commit to a peace accord, but should comply with the spirit and the letter. We we've seen virtually all the major political gladiators agreeing to a peaceful conduct. But some of their lieutenants and some of the people that lead their campaign and some of their utterances does not show their commitment to what they've signed. And we hope that they will remind themselves and ensure that they take those commitments seriously. Political parties should encourage their candidates and supporters to shun hate speeches during their campaigns. Agents of political parties deployed for election duty must be adequately trained on how to avoid electoral offenses and equally be personally responsible for their actions during the elections.